Cris, congratulations on your victory. It didn't necessarily come easy. There was a takedown early on, and Yana was controlling against the cage a little bit. Talk about how you felt in there. Were you surprised at all with what she was able to do tonight?
I was really relaxed at the fight, and I think fight soon possible, like after Holly fight. This is giving me more experience, for be patient. And I really work a lot on my jiu-jitsu, and then maybe today is going to be the opportunity, but no, I prefer KO and keep punching. But I feel great. I have just 3 weeks, but I always keep training, I was learning, and then, I feel great.
Was there any sense of relief at all when you got the win? Because, as you said, this was a quick turnaround, short notice fight. You stepped up to the occasion, but was there any sense of relief like, yes, I was able to get through this?
When I go walk to the cage, I just remind me my last fight. It's very quick, like 1 month after, 2 months after, and I feel home. I feel like great, doing again. And then now I understand. I was Jason, my coach, say, you need to fight all the time. All the times is good for you. And I really see that. It's really great.
Well, Dana was here earlier, and he said you and Amanda Nunes is definitely the fight to make. I know you said you don't like Brazil versus Brazil, but could you do it in Brazil? Would you want to turn around by May, or is that too soon?
She's going to fight now, defend her title belt in Brazil in May, I think. And then probably going to fight July. If she wins, be the champion. And after she's calling me out, I'm not calling Amanda out, she's calling me out. And I can fight her July.
Dana said he might think about not having her defend her title and make you next to make sure that fight happens. So could you do Rio, or would that be too soon for you?
I don't know, but for me, I think it's going to be too soon. No, because I'm going to Brazil, and then I have a lot of things to do. I'm going to I bring my niece with me, leaving, and they're going to be ended in March. And I accepted this fight because it's beginning of March, and I continue to have it my plan. But I don't know, let's see. I'll be excited.
Cris, were you surprised that Yana got up after that first right hand you hit her with? You dropped her, and a lot of times when you hit somebody with a clean right like that, you finish them. She managed to get up. Did that surprise you?
No surprise me. She said I don't have power in knockout, and I said maybe she don't check my share dog. And then the first punch I did, she says, why I say that? And I just,
I wonder if you can break yourself down against Amanda Nunes. Like, what do you think how that fight would play out? If that's the next fight, it sounds like it is. What problems would she present to you?
Amanda, she's the champion, 35. I respect all. She's a bit the champion, but I don't think she fight anybody like me too. And then she's gonna up 145. I know she's had a couple fights 145 before, but the one thing, like I said, I never want to fight Brazilian. But when I was the champion already in Strikeforce, my division, we never have the opportunity to fight each other because she's never getting close. And now she's the champion, 135, she's calling me out. Okay, let's do this fight, and I'm going to train and be ready. And what she's going to do for me, I don't think about this. I just think about what I'm going to do there.
You fought a lot of great fighters, notably Holly and Gina Carano. But I wonder, when you fight Amanda, do you think Amanda will be the most talented fighter that you've ever faced in your career?
I think Amanda have a lot of fights. She's the girl beat Ronda. She's the girl beat a lot of girls, Misha Tate, a lot of big names. But let's see. I don't know. I don't like saying anything before I fight. I like go to the cage and fight.
When you watch her, like when you watched her fight Valentina, were you impressed by what she did? I mean, she didn't get the finish like you got, but Valentina's a heck of a fighter.
This fight very close. Some people think Valentina win this fight, but it's very close, very technical fight. She's fight smart.
And then lastly, do you feel like Dana said he feels like you and he are in a very good place right now? There was a ton of Cris Cyborg promotion on this fight. You were all over the place. Do you feel like now you finally are on the track where you wanted to be from the beginning when you first joined the UFC a couple of years ago?
I just saw Dan White and I shake his hand and say, we are friends now. I say that. I'm very thankful for the opportunity. I'm happy. I love my job. And then I'm easy to work with. Really, I'm not hard to work. But just if you show a little bit you like my work, for sure I'm going to do my best I can for make you happy. And I'm really happy, and then I show why I'm happy. I'm here. Thank you.
Cris, a Yana te derrubou, ela chegou a ficar ali uns 2 minutos e meio com você no chão. A gente não tinha visto isso ainda no UFC. Te surpreendeu de alguma forma? Você achou ela talvez mais... Você achou ela forte?
Não, a gente treinou, a gente achou que ela ia tentar levar pro chão. Até se você ver a luta da Holly, não teve muito tempo de mudar alguma coisa, a gente achou. Mas eu treino chão, né? Se tivesse a quantidade de ir pro chão, a gente pode... Eu levanto, senão eu ia tentar fazer alguma coisa. Mas eu não me surpreendi, eu acredito, eu já sabia que ela ia tentar.
Mas
E ainda mais a partir de depois ela sentiu o meu soco. A partir que deu direto nela, dela falou, não dá pra mim aqui, vou levar pro chão. E daí que aconteceu.
Mas ali quando ela quase pegou suas costas ali, aquele...
Mas ele tava defendido, né? Tava com a mãozinha aqui, defendido. Pra pegar ia ser mais trabalhoso. Mas tava ali, né? Ela tava tentando dela e eu tava me defendendo.
Certo. Um outro ponto interessante, se a gente olhar alguns anos atrás, como já mencionaram, você tinha a sua relação com o Dana White e com o UFC não era das melhores. Hoje, passado alguns anos, você salvou um evento, é o segundo evento aqui em Las Vegas que você faz o main event. Te surpreendeu o quão rápido esse processo evoluiu depois de anos já não ter as categorias?
Não foi rápido, né? Não foi rápido.
Não, desde que você chegou no UFC.
Desde que eu cheguei no UFC, eu acho que continuidade do meu trabalho, acho que sendo profissional, né? Eles me chamando para lutar, eu treinando, me preparando, minha postura. Tá certo que a gente teve umas controvérsias, assim, mas eu acredito que aos pouquinhos eles vêm gostando de mim, eu tô mostrando profissionalismo, acho que é isso que eles gostam.
Ao pouquinho eles gostam de você e você vem gostando deles também.
Hã?
Aos poucos eles gostam de você e você também vem gostando deles.
Porque muitas pessoas me conhecem só dentro do octágono, né? Não me conhecem como pessoa. Acho que quando as pessoas começarem a me conhecer da forma como eu sou, acho que as pessoas se surpreendem muito e começam a gostar mais.
Certo. Minha última pergunta. O Dana falou aqui pra gente agora há pouco que pra ele parece que vai fazer sentido casar você com a Amanda no Rio de Janeiro. E você pediu uma luta em julho. Fisicamente, quando você gostaria de lutar e se no Rio faz sentido pra você?
Ele tem que falar com o meu manager, mas eu acredito que em maio eu não vou lutar, não.
Por quê? Maio seria muito cedo, é isso?
Eu tenho coisas para resolver. Eu desde o começo, antes dessa luta casar, eu já tinha falado que eu lutaria em julho, mas eu vou deixar com o meu manager resolver isso. É ele que resolve.
Cris, you mentioned this week that you are going to be adopting your 12-year-old niece, and that would sort of be happening very soon after this fight. So I'm just curious, what is that? How exciting is that? How big of a change is that? And how will that affect sort of your next couple months as you help her settle at your home?
Me and my niece, we have a good relationship like a mother and a kid, and then here in America I can give a better opportunity for her. And then when I moved to America, I was gonna bring her. She stayed with my mom, and then my brother take care of her. And I said, when I fix everything in my life, I bring you, live with me. And I did this promise 7 years ago. And then I'm really happy I'm gonna make this promise. And I'm gonna happy to show the opportunity for her. Bring her training for me. Go do things with kids like to do. And I'm really happy this is gonna change my life and her life for sure.
So, you just said you promised her that when everything was fixed and you were established. So you feel like that's happened? You're now in that point where you're really, truly...
I think about age too. Like when I moved to America like 7-8 years ago, I was even speaking English, And then really hard you bring a whole family, you come here, you have to learn, you have to do a lot of things. And now everything right, I think it's the right time for bring her. Thank you.
Cris, Megan Anderson tweeted out her congratulations to you tonight, and then she also said that she would like to have the fight with you now. I know, obviously, everybody would like to see the fight with Amanda Nunes, but if for any reason that fight stalls the way it did before, and I know originally we were supposed to see you fight Megan Anderson, would that be a fight you would be interested in taking?
This is my job. I'm the champion who's going to be ready for fight with me. I'm going to be ready. Meg Anderson, I supposed to fight her before Holly Holm. It's not my fault that this fight don't happen. She's tweet, but she really cannot fight. She really have to handle her problem with UFC for make this fight happen.
And one more from me. If you could compare and contrast going the distance with Holly Holm compared to tonight, which was very quick work for you, just the general feeling after the fight. Obviously, you took no damage tonight, but do you have a physical sense of you could be back in there very quickly?
Holly's the real fighter. When I start touching her, like you see Yana, when I touch her, she's one takedown. And then when you see Holly, she's have a lot of experience. I respect that. And because this will make an amazing fight, December. And yes. No more. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Have a good night.